All right, guys, back in the studio. What's up? My name's Ryan Westa. This is Neandertalk Podcast, and the Pitch Awards nomination season is here, you guys. I hate to bother you. You guys know I hate asking for things, but this is one of the 2 times a year that I really ask for your guys' help to participate in the podcast. If you go to my Instagram, hit the link in my bio, and it'll take you to the Pitch Awards page to nominate me for Best Podcast, Best Local Podcast in Kansas City. And that's it. Just go down there. It's under the Arts and Entertainment. Scroll down. Best Local Podcast. Type in Neandertalk Podcast. Easy as that. We got nominated for it last year. Thank you guys so much for your help. I need to do it again. We're going to try and win it this year. Not that we didn't try to win last year. Anyways, thank you. That's my PSA. Now on to the episode with D-Lo the Doctor and Raindance. D-Lo the Doctor produced Alan Wayne's last 2 albums, and now he's got an album out with Raindance, and it's like an old school throwback 90s R&B guy-girl mesh. You know what I mean? Like how it used, I don't know. If you were into that thing back then. It's good. It's called 92 Juice is the name of the album. Go on Spotify or wherever you get your music and go check it out. Their big song that they just did a video for is called Sex Me. I really like it. And they even performed it on the show. So I will start off with that video, with their performance. If you're on YouTube, or if you guys are listening, you can go on YouTube and watch them perform it. But if not, it takes a minute for me to get the levels adjusted on their voice. But it sounds good. I like it. It was a great performance. What more can I say? It's called Sex Me on the 92 Juice album, D-Lo the Doctor and Raindance. Thank you guys for listening and the support. Episode 105, I believe. Here we go. Boom, shalak, boom.
Yeah. D-Lo the Doctor. Raindance in this thing with me. This for all my ladies out there. Had to do something for the summer. Fresh out the quarantine, yeah. Okay, yeah. Now I'm D-Lo the Doctor, I got women galore. You might have a lot of women, but I got much more. I'm the man they adore, so they dropping their drawers. I still treat you with respect, even if you a whore. Midas touch, I'm feeling the back of her jeans. Wild boy, I lost my V-card at the age of 13. Used to sneak girls in while mama was at work. Used to smack and flip and rub it down while grandma was at church. Now I'm 27 and I still ain't lost it. Still womanizing, proceed with the caution. Back getting scratched while I swim into the deep sea. They're good, that's why they never leave me. I got sex skills like you never seen before. From the sink to the tub to the floor. Smack on the booty, still treat you like a queen. No, that's the type of treatment that you get rolling with D-Lo.
Sex me, sex me, sex me up and down. Sex me all around. Sex me up and down.
Yeah.
Sex me all
Yeah. Pull your panties to the side, let me dig for the treasure. Feed you strawberries while I'm coming with the pleasure. Can't turn my love off like faucet water. Listen, father, don't be heated cause I charmed your daughter. That nigga D-Lo is a crazy boy. Smashing like a sex scene off a baby boy. I'm cooking breakfast in my boxes as I do the B-walk. Should be applauded for the stamina that he bought. No competition, I'm just living, pimping, winning, getting women. Never sipping, plenty tricking. Damn, I need an intervention. On my jock for the title, I'm holding D-Lo is hella drunk and got the 8-ball rolling. Do it backwards motion like we up in the Matrix. Do you like it kinky? We can try some dominatrix. Tie you up, tie me up. I could be your slave. You can whip my body if I ever misbehave, okay?
Sex me up and down. Sex me all around. Sex me up and down. Sex me all around.
Now after you back it up, then stop. Then what? Drop it like it's hot. Now after you back it up, then stop. Then what? Drop it like it's hot. D-Lo the Doctor make you drop it like it's hot. Jantho Cho make you drop it like it's hot. Mab KC make you drop it like it's hot. Raindance Shill make you drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. I'm all about my cash, yeah, I'm all about my guap. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. I'm all up in this thing and I'm trying to get that guap drop. Ha.
Sex me,
yeah.
Sex me up
D-Lo
and down. Sex me
Shout out to my boy Heist on the beat. Yeah.
Sex me up and down. Sex me all around.
off remix. Now here's your host, Mind Daddy, and Voida Soul. Thank you for coming to the new podcast. Boom, swat, boom.
I'm feeling the vibes,
Yeah.
It's a vibe.
That's a vibe. That's a vibe. You know that one?
Yes, sir. Who?
2 Chainz?
Yeah, 2 Chainz. Yeah, 2 Chainz. I've been a fan of 2 Chainz when he was Titty
Titty Boy.
Titty Boy. Yeah. My whole admiration for 2 Chainz has been a long time when he was with DTP and Luda and all them. Yeah, Play a Circle. If I don't do nothing, I'm a ball. Back when he was with Weezy.
Wow.
I'm deeply rooted in the hip hop culture.
You don't say.
Yeah. And it's surprising too because I don't even listen to, rap or hip hop when I'm at home. When I'm at home, I'm listening to some love songs. I'm listening to some 90s R&B. I'm listening to Motown. I'm listening to like just a bunch of R&B in your feelings type music cuz I mean, that's just the type of music that I like, growing up with a mother who listened to that kind of music. Every time we was in the car, all we listened to, me and my brother in the car, it's the same old love songs because she was in her feelings back then, I think.
Your mom's cool.
She is.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. She did my hair. She braided it.
She birthed a star on November 26, 1992. Shout out to Janice. Thank you, Janice. Thank you, Mama.
Love you, Mom.
1992?
1992. I'm 27 years young.
Damn, that's it.
Mhm.
92.
Yeah.
It's so weird to me to hear when people are born in the 90s. It's
I'm
just-
93.
Okay.
Yeah.
God dang, I'm old.
Yeah.
79.
And 1992 was a significant year because that was the year of the LA riots, Rodney King and all that. Just a bunch of crazy things. Nirvana came out with Smells Like Teen Spirit that year, right?
They changed the game.
Yeah, and The Chronic came out that year. So I was born in a really significant year. That was the end of Johnny Carson's TV show.
The Chronic was 92?
Yeah, December 15, 1992, The Chronic came out.
Wow. Huh. I would have thought it was like 94.
Yeah, 92.
Wow,
The
okay.
Doc. The biggest influence in my production.
So that's why you listen to a lot of R&B now. Because of your mom raised you. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I never got into R&B. I was raised by, I had a single mom raise me, and she listened to a lot of like Journey, America. Yeah,
believing.
America.
Classic stuff.
Yeah.
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 And it was cool. It was fine, but I don't listen to that now.
You listen to the Eagles, don't you?
Oh, God, no.
Hotel California?
Oh, get out of here. No, I can't stand the fucking Eagles, man.
Love the Eagles.
I can't stand the fucking Eagles.
That's the essential classic rock right there.
I do like, who's Joe Walsh?
Oh, yeah.
I like him,
He's amazing.
but I don't like the Eagles. Yeah, I can't handle them.
Yeah, see, anytime classic rock is a subject, I bring up the Eagles just to test the water, see what kind of classic rock vibes is going on.
Yeah.
And the Eagles is acquired taste. Not a lot of people like the Eagles or, fans of their music.
Yeah, I can't handle them.
Yeah.
I like some classic rock. I grew up on Hendrix and Zeppelin and
You like Metallica?
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
So many
Good.
Metallica shirts.
I'm indifferent to them. I didn't like them when when they first came out. I wasn't into them just because I don't know why. I didn't have a good reason because they were different, and I
Yeah.
associated them with this chick that I had real problems with in school, and she was like a big Metallica head. She was a real like tomboy Metallica. I don't know. Me and her just like clashed for whatever reason. So I just associate that at that age with Metallica and her, so I didn't give it a chance.
Yeah.
But when I got older, I was like, all right, I can see how people like this. Enter Sandman, that's a dope song.
Dope, yes.
So,
Legendary.
like I can get into like some of their old stuff, but I don't know, they just did too much I think they did too much.
Yeah, and a lot of people say that they were overrated.
Yeah.
But, I'm a fan of AC/DC, and I got to say they're a little overrated. I mean, the same old drum beat every song.
Right.
The same old beat every time.
Flavor though, like 80s. I'm inspired by the 80s.
Okay.
Decade for sure.
Really?
Just like
I think that's the worst decade of all for music.
Really.
Oh, I do. I can't. Yeah, I think it's really bad. All the like synthesizers and like
Van Halen jump.
the keyboard keyboard
They make it
guitar.
The
sound
guitar,
like
yeah.
It's just a lot of trumpets and brass and just
It's like
high pitched
orchestral,
noise, like
yeah.
a lot of high pitched noises, high pitched screaming. 80s hair bands. Just what are you doing? What are you doing? Like you look like female.
I love it. It's
just
art. It's
I,
beauty.
It's I do. I
It's got its
appreciate.
own.
I appreciate the art, and it's just they were rebelling against something. Surely something that happened in the 80s caused them to have this weird time. I don't know if it was just cocaine. Was
It
just
wasn't
hitting real
Woodstock.
you know, yeah.
It wasn't Woodstock.
Right? Yeah, I don't know. I love 80s music. Like 80s music's great, but I don't know, not a whole lot. What did I say? Music? I meant movies.
Yeah.
80s movies I like. 80s music I just can't.
Yeah, Rocky 3, Rocky 4 came out in the 80s.
Yeah, all the good movies came out in the 80s.
I feel like I've slowly like stopped watching as much television in general, like movies and stuff. Like a lot of those action movies I love though. Those always get me, because they're just
Get your blood boiling.
yeah.
We just were kind of I didn't really expect to start. Normally I say 3, 2, 1 and we start, but we just kind of started talking. Let's say so here we go. We've got let's tell people who we have here. D-Lo, the motherfucking doctor.
That's right. That's me. I'm in the flesh. What's good, Neanderthal podcast?
And then we got Raindance.
Raindance the doctor.
Lorraine.
Lorraine, yeah. We went with that now.
All right. D-Lo here is a producer that's produced Alan Wayne's first album, The Demonstration, which is one of my all-time favorites, and most of the second, Demonstration 2.
Yeah, I think pretty much all but 3 songs.
Yeah. That's awesome. And then you also, you produce stuff for C-Dub to Youngblood.
A plethora of C-Dub's music. I mean, starting with The Demonstration back in 2011, that was
his Demonstration?
Yeah, his Demonstration. And he called me one day. He was like, man, why did Alan name his album The Demonstration? I already got that out. And I was like, he was just trying to try his demonstration, just let him demonstrate a little bit.
Right.
But yeah, it all started back in 2011 with C-Dub and The Demonstration. Fully produced that.
Was that your first album like that you?
Yeah, that's when I popped my production cherry.
How'd you do that? Like, what made you get into making beats and stuff?
Well, it was all throughout high school. It was something I did, but it was like more of a hobby back then. So like freshman year, one of my good friends, he gave me a copy of FL Studio because I heard like Soulja Boy had produced a #1 hit, Crank That. Everybody knows Crank That came out in 2007. He produced that himself on this musical software. And I was like, them 3 key melodies he did, I can get in there and do that. Okay. So that kind of intrigued me to want to get into producing. Like, if this kid can make $1 million off this production software, I need to try it out. So that's kind of where the interest started. And all throughout high school, I was doing it off and on, installing it, uninstalling it. And then all of a sudden, because me and C-Dub had known each other since I was in 8th grade. We used to be neighbors.
Oh, cool.
So, like, I was rapping back then, and so I wanted to just come to his house and record. And he was like, yeah, man, you can come record anytime. But he had moved, so we had kind of lost contact. We talked on and off throughout high school. And then I just came to him one day when I first started and was like, man, we need to finally do something. We had known each other all this time. Let's work on some music. Because before I would send him a beat and he'd be like, nah, that ain't really my style. It was before I was really as good as I am. And then those samples is what really got the whole thing going.
Nice.
He loves those samples.
Yeah. The more beats that I know of yours, I'm like, oh, yeah, you do some awesome stuff.
Yeah.
You do some great work.
Yeah.
He has some newer on the Demonstration too, a newer, God, I don't know if it's the Squeeze. There's another one that's got a completely different, just a whole different sound than you typically, I don't know, it seemed different for me and I really liked it.
Oh, yeah, seeing all my new work that I've been doing is just all original. Like, back when I first started, it was all about sampling, like taking an 80s, 90s R&B song and pitching up the tempo a little bit and then adding drums over it. And then I started widening my musical abilities and started just doing my own original stuff because, I played the keys, so it was time to evolve into doing my own original stuff.
But that's how you learn, right? Just
yeah.
sampling stuff. I always thought that would be fun. I've always wanted to take different, like, some of like the rock groups that I love and
Mhm.
mixing it with some of like the hip hop I love, like taking. I always thought it'd be cool to like be able to create that kind of
Oh yeah,
stuff.
like some Run DMC, Rock This Way or Walk This Way, Aerosmith.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't thinking that specifically, but that idea,
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. And Rain, you are a singer?
Yeah, I sing and I've been kind of recording a little bit, just kind of started out on SoundCloud and then kind of grew from there with D-Lo here on this new one. Yeah.
What brought you guys, like, how did you guys hook up? How long have you guys known each other?
About 2 years now.
Okay.
And see, like, what brought us together was Booth, our mutual friend, producer.
He's the first guy I did, music with,
Okay.
like recorded and stuff. Yeah.
Do you have any albums out?
No albums, just like one EP that had like 3 songs. Some of them I like took off, but like I don't know, it was like my first time really getting into it and not really knowing what to expect, I guess.
Yeah.
But in 2012 I was kind of recording on some equipment, but very little amount, and I was kind of doing it by myself with like a couple other people, but yeah, so I kind of took a break and then started back up, and it's been fun. It's been a journey. Like the past 2 years is like kind of when I first started. So he kind of saw me, right when I first, got into it. So
Yeah, how'd you find her?
Yeah, our mutual producer.
Right, sorry.
Yeah, Booth. I collabed with him a couple times, just going to his house, and I've been stressing out for about 2 or 3 years about finding a female singer, because around in Kansas City it's real scarce. So when you find a singer, when you find a singer that's dedicated, you gotta hold on to her. You gotta keep her happy, because it's just you find one and then they run into some kind of problem, and then they kind of take their focus off music for a while. Like they might get pregnant,
because it's just singing. I mean. I feel like I do a lot of just like humming and just stuff like that is even vibing, yeah. And
Can't be held down. You
So-
free-spirited
songwriting
singers
has
can't
kind
be
of
held
been
down.
bigger now.
That's right.
Yeah.
Me neither. I was saying, well, I can't be held down.
Always been doing music though. Like I mean, I grew up singing and dancing and performing. I was in Kansas City Starlight a few times.
Oh, cool.
Did a song with the president one time. Did a couple galas. So I mean, I've always been a performer.
So what are you singing now? Like, what kind of stuff do you work on? Like,
just like I mean,
is it pure? Like, like what would you compare it to? Like, if people want
like
know.
if I were to describe like my voice,
I
kind of.
know. I don't know. Just like what kind of?
Like vibe.
Yeah, I guess. Is it like?
What do you think, D-Lo?
I think she's being
R&B
right now.
Is
R&B.
it okay?
She's being very experimental.
Yeah,
that's
taking it kind of all
everything.
different directions.
Okay.
Really, yeah.
because I mean, when we did "Sex Me," when we recorded that song, that was like something you had never did before, right?
Right, yeah. That was like my first like real R&B, like bobbin song. Like most of my songs have been a little bit slower or with trap beats,
Yeah,
just kinda-
Raindance, she's a deep artist, and she has a lot of passion. So the songs that she had did before was real passionate and deep, and I just saw something in her where I think she could get on anything. We make anything happen in the studio. She's very determined, very focused.
I'm with it.
Very strong
I'm
woman.
about it. I'm about like Kansas City in general and just Kansas City artists in general.
Yeah?
Like I find it so
That's
thriving.
so beautiful.
It's like
That's
She's
my
down with
favorite.
kind
cause.
of like my what's that word I'm looking for? It's just like it's like in my blood. Like I love just like listening to other people's stuff, even if I don't like listen to it every day. I just like exploring that side of the culture and everything.
Well, allow me to pimp my podcast real quick. You'd like my podcast if you're into listening to podcasts. I have all kinds of Kansas City
told
people.
her.
I love. I'm just saying. I love Kansas City. Like I bleed Kansas City. Like I love the stories people come in here and have. It's a dope ass city. It's some cool people.
And that's why, when I moved back from Phoenix, I wasn't disappointed with myself. I was actually happy to be back. I didn't want that to cause a rift between C-Dub, but he understood why.
So as a producer, you look. How does that work? I've never really talked. I've only had one other producer before. It was with No Scope. I had him on the first time with Lil Twerp.
What was his name? God? Was it God that was on here with No Scope, the producer?
No, Lil Twerp.
Lil Twerp. Oh, okay.
But I've always wanted to like a producer like yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You make a ton of different beats
Every day.
and
My brother can hear him from upstairs in
And
his
yeah.
room. Like I'm on the kitchen table going in cooking.
And so, like, is your goal or your mission or whatever, is it to find other singing artists, rappers, whatever, lyricists, to come team up with you? Is that how?
You read my mind, man. You read my mind. What I want to do here in the next month or so is start to work on a compilation, called Overdose, which is like a showcase of all my artists on one CD.
That'd be cool, yeah. Oh,
On
that's cool.
a couple songs or whatever, and then have me rap on a couple songs since I'm getting back into rapping. But that's gonna be a process because you got all these artists in different cities. I got artists in Florida, Cali. It's only a matter of time before one of these artists blow up.
Yeah. So do you also like just throw random beats out to people like, hey, you might like this, check it out? Like, how does I don't know how your side of the game works.
Well, what I like to do, because a lot of producers actually do that, they just throw beats out there. How you like that, bro? What I do, I try to cater to the artist's style and their sound, their whole vibe. Like it's just like painting a picture. I try to illustrate what they like and what they're into, and then try to incorporate that with my music. So it's something that's taken very serious. So before I work with an artist, I'm studying them.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, when we first started
That's smart.
really making something, it wasn't 2 years ago. It was really like a few months ago.
Yeah.
We just started getting to know each other, talking about, not necessarily all the past, just stuff that, resonates with us, and we just kind of connect about it.
Yeah.
Like, we like to, like, I do dance classes that empower women, and so we've talked about women.
Pole dancing?
Well, I do pole fitness a little bit. I mean, I've done
Those
it
chicks
before.
go hard.
Yeah,
They
do.
do shit. They do. I mean, they might as well be
Strong.
Exactly.
gymnasts. I've seen some
Facts.
crazy. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope.
I mean, a lot of it is really just dancing in heels, and just learning how to move my body in a way, that makes me feel good, touching myself, and just feeling like one with myself.
Mhm.
And it really is a confidence booster. And so I feel like it's helped me in a lot of ways. Yeah.
Were you looking for a producer or was this kind of like out
I'm
of the blue, like,
kind
hey,
of-
like,
Well, and I've done some things with other producers as well, and gotten to know people in general who make music, and just kind of vibe and just see, like, I'm not just like, let's work on something, it's only kind of like in the moment if I hang out and we're just like vibing and stuff, if that's what we want to do, and we just like for a while we'd go to the studio and just hang out, and talk, and like Matt would just be working with somebody. We'd just be getting to know each other and talking and doing lives. We did a few lives talking about this kind of subject. And
They got people talking.
yeah.
oh, Instagram lives?
Yeah. Because, Ryan, at the end of the day, I found her. I have been an admirer of her work. I was in Arizona even thinking about coming back to Kansas City and hitting her up just because, we had did a song before when we first, like, started
You just
talking.
felt her. You just felt it. It's
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I mean, that's what I try to tell her. Like, this is a God thing. Like, it wasn't just
That's
me.
the thing. That's the thing. Like, sometimes people just have this weird, like, I know if it, yeah.
That's
Stilo's
dynamic.
a really good listener. Like, I would talk to him just about what kind of things were we, we were really connecting. So, like, what were we talking about, really? Like,
Just life.
Just life in general, I just started like branching out because I went to college, and so I kind of left all my friends, and so I was coming home and wanting to get into music. I bought a mic and then just kind of went from there. Like sometimes people would hit me up and it would just kind of be like a hangout and then figure it out kind of thing.
Yeah,
So.
like she's got a nice story with everything we talk about. Like the type of person she called me at 3 a.m. We talk about anything.
Yeah.
Dang. Look at you guys. A nice little team.
Yeah.
Do you have any inspirations growing up? Like,
Yeah.
or what did you like to listen to?
I'm so all over the board. I love
Yeah.
all genres because they all have their own resin and their own color, you know. And so well, R&B has always been big. Alicia Keys, all those powerhouse singers, Adele, who else? Lauryn Hill, yeah. Like all those people I was definitely really into. And you know, I did a few open mics too at
fun, yeah.
Sori's Oyster House. Is that how you say it? Sori? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Soy oyster.
Soy Oyster.
Where's that at?
It's over in 18th and Vine.
Okay.
And they have an amazing band. They're amazing. And all the people that go up there and sing are amazing. Like they all have their own life, you know, their own testimonies. And we go up there and I was singing like Amy Winehouse.
Oh, I love her.
I did a cover to Adele. It was Hometown Glory. That was like the first performance I did. And just like kind of got to know people and just getting Joe. I think Joe's in there. And my friend Kalina. I met Kalina. She's
Shout out to
also a
Kalina.
female artist. Shout out. Yeah.
So just getting in the scene.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I've done a couple open mics for comedy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
at the Improv.
No, it's a place called the Rhino in North Kansas City.
Oh, I've heard of the Rhino.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
It's a lot of fun to go up there.
yeah. I'm gonna need to go check it out soon because my mom just moved up there, so it'd be something to do when I go visit her.
If they're open, I don't know if they're open.
Oh,
you know what I
okay.
mean with
Oh,
COVID?
yeah,
I don't know what their deal is. I haven't
Yeah.
looked into it. I don't think stuff's going on. Is open mic? Is there open mic stuff? Is there music right
I
now?
haven't really
Not that
seen
I know.
anything
We've been
yet.
I've been looking every Sunday. I go
Yeah.
out and
It's just a pain.
I
It's
think-
so annoying.
I think on Instagram, just this yesterday or the other day before, I saw maybe Record Bar doing some maybe
Mhm.
someplace
I've been there like a couple
somewhere like the
times.
Crossroads or Westport or somebody I think was doing some kind of music thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I miss live music.
Hey man, you know it's with this whole
It's
COVID-19
therapeutic,
going
It's, like,
on, just-
amazing.
it's just messing up everything. Messing up
Mhm.
everything, messing up a lot of plans that I had, but you know, you just gotta stay optimistic through it all. That's what I've been trying to do, you know.
I knew that 2020 was like my year. Like from
Yes.
the jump, like in December, I was like, 2020 is mine. Like whatever happens in 2020, it resons with me.
Yes, because
You
we
know?
we both had, you know, rough years, you know, back in 2019, you know, me having to come back from Arizona and me being, you know, out of work and broke for a while. I was saying the same thing, like 2020, this is going to be lit. Because things was looking up at the beginning of the year, and then next thing you know,
Australia's on
COVID-19.
fire.
Aside
Yeah.
aside from everything that's been going on, I feel like it's just been like a year of ourself. And I feel like we were preparing for that because a lot of people were talking about love yourself, manifestation, imagination, you know, all these things. And I mean, here we are, and now we have to test ourselves. Can we do this? You know, can we love ourselves, love our hobbies, you know,
Mm-hmm.
make a financial stable life, that kind of thing. I mean, we're babies, you know. We're like 27, 26.
I'm getting old.
I'm
The arthritis
26.
kicking in.
Leo.
You guys rubbing it in or?
Oh, sometimes I wake up and I'm like, why the hell I get out of bed? Because I can't spend a whole day in bed. I'm always on the go. Always
I
got to
can
get
tell.
up doing something.
I can tell.
If it's either taking the dog out to walk, I
Yeah.
got to get up, do something.
Hell yeah. Hustler.
Hustling. Yeah, that's what it's all
You
about.
got to.
Making money. I got a business where I just make masks, and Dealer's been helping me with that too. He's been finding people that needed masks, and I was
Nice.
there to sew them, and kind of got into sewing this year too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think
mean,
a lot of people did. A lot of people got into all kinds of weird little hobbies.
Yes. My mom used to sew a lot because she did a lot of my dance costumes. And so then I was working nights at this like costume place, and they would make costumes for girls that would compete or guys that would compete. And like first got into that, and then I was like, I want to make a top, Mom. Like I want to make shorts. And so now I'm like making all kinds of stuff. I made a
Oh,
top
cool.
for the music video that we're doing.
Yeah,
so.
her and her mom is killing the sewing game for sure.
Nice.
She's been helping me a ton because she knows way more about, you know, how to make it look right. But I think sewing is just so much more cheaper too. You know, you're buying your
Right, yeah.
fabric and then buying a few threads and
And you buy whatever fabric you want. You can probably spend more money
exactly
a nicer fabric
Mm-hmm.
than it would to buy that shirt, and then you can tailor it to your size and everything too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because representing for my homie C-Dub, had to get a red bandana mask
Nice.
for the Bloods. I told her that was the first mask I wanted, so she knocked that out for me.
Yeah.
Nice.
The masks were good too because we put like pockets in them so that you could like throw a coffee filter in it. It's easy to wash. You can just wash it. The elastic, we kind of changed up the elastics because they were sometimes like not so soft, and fixed that, and just been selling those, and that's like my side gig, and then I work my 9 to 5, office job, Magic Kitchen.
So you're making money though. You're doing what you got to do.
Making money.
Yeah, I feel like that's what I said. Like this year has been my year. I mean, I've been
Mhm.
on top of my game before anything happens. So
What do you guys think's gonna happen next, music wise, like performing?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
that's something I definitely want to get into next. When everything gets
when
back
everything settles
going.
down and we're back in,
Cause
and
hell,
everything's back to
last week
life.
we were doing karaoke, and my DJ, shout out to DJ Sam. He's a DJ at Vertigo, the bar I go to, edge of town. We told him we wanted to perform our song just to be there to perform, just to
Mhm.
do it, just to get a little warm up since nothing else is open
Nice.
right now. But it wasn't on streaming platforms, so he couldn't pull it up via email. He didn't have control of that. So we're just ready to get out there and make that the next
I
step
think it's
after
just
the video
exposure
shoot.
and just putting ourselves out there, experiencing life with new people, and going from there.
Mhm.
Just building on that, and that's what this podcast is for too. To build on that
Yeah.
and share.
I don't care if we on the street corner. Let's get out there and perform. Let's do something. We talked about that before, like
My grandpa,
downtown.
My grandpa toured in Japan because he plays banjo and guitar.
Fun.
Yeah, he's super
Banjo's fun.
cool.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's a fun sounding instrument.
Yeah, he's good, and he's like I think like 85 now, and he still plays. It's
Wow,
crazy.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
He loves it.
He's got all crooked
He's my
hands, crooked
inspiration.
fingers from playing for so long. Does his hand
Mhm.
constantly look like that?
No. My grandmother, she passed away a couple years ago, but she played piano. She's a pianist, and so that's where I started playing piano at like 7, 6, somewhere around there, and been doing like festivals and all kinds of stuff.
Music's
just
in your blood.
classical music too.
She
at
comes
that.
from a family of talent. Now, honestly, I would say like I'm one of the only musically inclined people in my family. I mean, my brother, he raps a little bit. Then I got my cousin, he raps. But my great grandfather, I was told he was really good on the piano, and that was inherited in me.
Nice.
But that's
Yeah.
it. Like it's only 4
You get
people in my
that
family
ear.
that
You get that ear like
Got
at a young
music-
age, and
music
it just stays
taste.
with you for life.
I wish I had it.
Oh yes.
I love it. I love
blessing.
music. I love music. I tried. I messed around with the guitar for a little bit.
Yeah, me too.
And it just I couldn't do it. I mean,
Yes, it's the fingering.
yeah,
It gets tiring after a while.
yeah. There's certain chords I just couldn't hit, and then
Yeah.
I don't have. I guess I'm tone deaf.
Yeah.
So it's just all right. So I'm done.
It's a focus thing too, I think, because I feel like I'm highly intuitive because of the piano. I feel like I can hear and see a lot of things aside from even looking at it,
Mm-hmm.
and so I think that's something you learn just through piano. My grandmother is everything to me. That's why I decided to live on and do this, music stuff for her, really.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Thanks, Grandma.
I love her just, like I feel sometimes like I feel her in my like fingers when I'm playing.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, just like her spirit, you know what I mean? Like you get that praise kind of feeling.
Dope.
Yeah.
D'Lo, is there anybody you would love to produce a beat for, like a song?
Yes, man. Just a beat. MB58, where the hell you at, man?
Really?
Because me and MB58, we met in the studio about 2 years ago. And like every time we run into each other, it's just like, are we finally going to do something, man? Are we going to put it out? Have you got a chance to meet him before?
No.
Oh,
I
okay.
know his music.
Yeah, he's always on the go. But MB58, that's the next artist I'm trying to get at least a damn beat sent to.
Yeah.
And have him in the studio and record something to it at least.
All right. Well, do it.
Yeah. I just got to hunt him down. He's a hard man
Do you
to
have
get
one
to.
for him?
I've got several. Plethora.
that that he'll just love.
Yeah, that he would just love, but with his social media, I know he gets buried, behind everybody hitting him up on Instagram, and he's not really active on Facebook. So,
but you're D-Lo the doctor.
I know it shouldn't be that hard.
It shouldn't be that hard.
Sometimes you just gotta pursue those guys that be on the run.
Okay.
It's just like being on the red carpet as a fan, and you see Mariah Carey, and you're just like, pick me, take a picture with me. Sometimes it's like that.
Okay. Anybody else? Any like big name, like dude, like. You said you like 2 Chainz. Would you like to make a beat like
that would be great, but mean, right now it's gotta be Gucci. I gotta get a song with Gucci before he retires or something. I gotta get with Gucci.
Okay.
Gucci's another rapper that just gets me pumped, like gets my blood boiling. Like I remember playing football back in high school. I'd be listening to Gucci in the locker room. Everybody listening to Disturbed. Let the bodies hit the floor.
Oh, God, that's an awful song.
Everybody's all pumped up, all jacked up on creatine. I'm just sitting over there, by my locker listening to Gucci, the ice cream man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not all pumped up on this creatine. Let the bodies hit the floor. So it's got to be Gucci. That's one of the big names that I got to work with.
Nice. That'd be cool.
Yeah, for sure.
How about you, Rain? You want to sing with anybody? Any band you want to
I don't know.
work with?
I feel like I'm just still so new to it,
But if you could just dream, I'd love, would you like to do a song with, what's that chick's name? Adele.
Oh,
Hello.
yeah, wouldn't that be amazing?
Would that be cool?
Yeah.
Right.
She's
big.
young too. I didn't
She
even know
is?
this. Like I thought
she's young.
I thought she was like older.
I did
way
too.
older.
Don't say an age. Don't say an age.
I know. I don't see an age. I think Adele would be cool. Alicia Keys is great. Like I love her soul searching like lifestyle, and you know what I mean.
She's
like
dope, yeah.
She has that like ability to just like, it's almost like she's so meditative when she speaks that I get so gravitated towards her. I feel like just having a conversation or like lunch with her would just be even like satisfying.
Get some ass sold to her.
Not even music, just
Just to hang
being
out.
there. Yeah.
Hang out, have a drink
big
with
guy
her.
I love
Jello
is,
shots with her.
yeah, Jello shots.
Strawberry daiquiris.
Yeah. I like the blue Jello. So good.
She's a crib.
No way.
She got a red on.
Representing. C-Dub, I know you're going to love this when you see this.
I saw him yesterday for a minute, too.
Yeah, he was in town recently.
Yeah, he stopped at Alan Wayne's.
He owes me a couple Robin Crew shirts.
Oh, yeah?
I've been buying Robin Crew apparel all summer. I like the movement that he's doing. This was something he's been talking about for a while. So it's just good to see, artists that I've worked with and even close friends speak things into existence.
Too. Billie Eilish would be legit. That would be legit.
That's the young girl, right?
Yeah, she's young.
Okay.
Yeah. She, I feel like, resons with me as far as like lyrically.
Okay.
Yeah. But I don't feel like I would demonize things. I just think it's just a deep spot. It's like when you get into that mode of writing, you just start feeling, your skin. You know what I mean? And
oh yeah, I guess you do probably a lot of writing, huh?
I do. Yeah, I journal a lot, and I'm like in the process of writing a poetry book because I think I write a lot of poetry in general, and I just would like to just have a documentation of it. That way, it's just out there and so anyone can see it because it's amazing. Because I write a lot, but I don't necessarily share a lot of it.
Sure.
So
personal journey.
It's really not personal. I feel like it's so good, worth sharing that I write so much. It's like I don't even, might as well just make a book out of it.
Okay.
So.
I'd really like to work with Ariana Grande.
Ariana Grande is legit.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to sing nothing or anything. I just want.
She's an angel. Like
she just had a birthday. I had to give her a birthday shout out.
She's an angel.
Yeah.
Thank you. Next. I love that song. Love that song. But I can't tell nobody I listen to that song.
Isn't that funny? I got a couple songs like that. There's a couple songs.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
if anybody knew I was listening to this, man.
Yeah, like what's that one song? Making My Way Downtown. Is that Vanessa Carlton? Is that girl's name?
No, I think that's Evanescence, isn't it? No.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm horrible with names. I will say that.
Yeah,
I'm
chick
I'm
songs.
not good with names. I
Chick
know
songs
faces,
I gotta keep to
though.
myself. I can't be telling people I'm out here bumping Beyonce.
Shout out to Beyonce.
The
Yeah.
Beehive.
Queen.
No. I'm anti Beyonce.
I hear you. Sometimes I am too. You know, it just depends on what day it is.
Yeah.
If I'm feeling like Jay-Z, I'll play Beyonce. But if I'm feeling like just D-Lo the Doctor, I'm not playing Beyonce.
Right. Hell yeah.
I feel
I
like
just like her
D-Lo
music
every day.
to dance. Like she's an incredible dancer. I mean, I
Oh, yeah,
I have
she's a
friends
dope
that dream
dancer.
of dancing with her. You know, in
Mhm.
real life. So, yeah.
No, I don't really have any reason to hate on her. She's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Her fans will come attacking you. You better just keep your opinions to yourself.
Yeah.
Fuck
You know
their
what I
fans.
mean?
Fuck their fans.
Yeah, man, because the Beehive will just come at you like a swarm of bees.
I got wasp spray.
The only bees I like is the Wu-Tang, the killer bees.
That's right. Those are my bees too.
The Wu-Tang, man.
Woo, tang. Yeah, they ain't nothing to fuck with.
That's right. Because when you know when I watched C-Dub's interview, didn't you guys kind of talk about Wu-Tang a little bit?
Oh, I think so. I was asking him if he liked any older like music, like artists, like legends like that, and he's like, no. I think he said something like Wu-Tang is trash or something. I was like,
That's what made me want to have an interview. Like, hold on,
Hip-hop
man.
is not dead.
I'm gonna come represent for the '90s hip hop all day. Like, we can sit here and talk about it all day.
He's in the minority of people who hate. I've hardly met anybody that hates on '90s hip hop. He's just,
Yeah, man.
That's fine.
He's just South KC all the way. That's
and
how
I
they
love
get
that.
down. Yeah.
I love that about him.
Yeah.
I love that he's like
He's
I like
honest.
my music.
Yeah,
you
he's
know?
honest. He's blunt.
Yeah. I like
He's
that.
not gonna fake with you. He's gonna tell you how it is and what he really believes in. That's what
Yeah.
I admire about him too.
Right. Even if he's wrong, he's
Yeah,
right.
Exactly. That's how it is. That's why I don't argue with him. I'm just like,
Yeah. I mean, come on.
salute, bro.
Ghostface Killer.
Ghostface. That's my
Come
favorite
on.
from the Woo.
Come on.
Ghostface is my favorite.
Him and Method.
Yeah. See, if I could name from 1 to 9 my favorite members rank lyrically, I go with Ghostface first, Raekwon second, Method Man third, Inspector Deck fourth. Then I go with second. The chef's going second. Then let's see. Had a brain fart here. ODB.
Yeah. Where do you put him?
I put ODB probably fifth.
You think so?
Yeah, because his style was just so crazy. You know, I love
I love ODB. just 'cause
Exactly.
It is so different. It is so original.
exactly. Then everybody hates on You God. I don't know. You God would probably be like eighth. Then Master Killer ninth. Who am I leaving out though? I got You God. I mean, I got Ghostface, Ray,
Raekwon.
Meth, ODB, Inspector Deck,
Yeah,
You got Master
wait,
Killer.
what
You
was
put
this
GF
list of
GFK.
names?
Who
You
is
put
it?
him up top, right?
ranking?
GFK up top.
Capadonna, I put him 7. I like
Okay.
Capadonna. Oh, RZA. Yeah, RZA, I'd probably put RZA 8th. You know, he's not really a rapper. I love his beats, though. Bobby Digital. I like Bobby Digital.
Really? You like RZA?
I-
Oh man, I don't know about that. That
What,
it's
you
not a
like Capital
documentary. That's
Steez?
just a fun show.
I like him.
Yeah.
It's loosely based. I don't know. There's a
I
lot
mean,
that's kind of
yes.
hokey.
Flatbush
I
Zombies.
know. I know.
That's where 47 came from.
Yeah, let's talk about the 47 movement. Rain.
Okay.
What's the 47 movement?
Well, it all started in like 2012 when I got really heavily into Capital Steez, just like listening to him and researching about conspiracy. And I don't know.
Like what kind of conspiracy?
You know,
You
just
got my interest peaked. I like a good conspiracy.
She's got some conspiracies.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I don't even know where to begin. Really, there's so many. I feel like
Is the world
information
flat
is
or
like
round?
50 miles ahead. Like, you know what I mean? Like things are like really separated by years. So, but you know, 'cause like, you know, you find things out like 50 years later about certain information, and it's like it's just leaked information.
Or Freedom of the Information
The age of
Act.
technology in general is like so much older than I feel like 2020.
Yeah.
You know, people are like, it's 2020. why are we talking about Black Lives Matter? You know, like that in general too. It's 2020, man. Like, why is this still happening? But it's age of technology. Like, we are so much smarter because of technology. We get so much more information coming through, you know?
Yeah, but are we
So-
using it and processing it right? Because now what a lot of times is we take a lot of information where something you would have to take a lot of time to learn, and they try to condense it to you in like a 20-minute documentary.
Yep.
Or worse yet, a meme.
Mm-hmm.
And suddenly
Yeah.
we got experts on Facebook that are just, they've read
I
a
feel like
couple
YouTube
memes,
was
and now they're like,
huge.
they know everything about American history.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like it takes you got to read lots of books from all different sides and you know, like all over different perspectives.
Yeah.
You can't just, oh, I've read a couple memes, now I know.
Yeah,
Right.
and you know the biggest conspiracy that I still do research on is the JFK assassination, because I was really into that back in high school.
I went to that place in Dallas, actually, just
the
last
grassy
year.
knoll.
In Dallas. It was
Yeah, that's an interesting one.
where he
Something-
was shot
yes.
and killed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
there's
don't believe Lee Harvey Oswald was the only guy that
well, yeah.
shot him.
Well, they found multiple bullets.
They
right?
have conspiracy in the museum too.
Yep.
They like talk about it. It was like in the museum, like
Mm-hmm.
so.
Yeah, there's a lot into that conspiracy.
Yeah,
There's no
JFK
way.
was I feel like he was a very good president as far as like, you know, his
Yeah.
approach as being a president, as being a public speaker in the eye of the public.
Mhm.
Very-
He was very calm.
very admirable.
He was very collective.
very charismatic.
You know, there's so much going on.
And he was banging Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah.
So we say.
And his wife was cute. Jackie Kennedy was a bad woman, you know. If I had one of those, I wouldn't be cheating.
Oh, he was banging all the hot chicks.
He
back
was.
then.
Yeah, JFK was like the first.
He was a playboy. He
Yeah,
was like,
playboy.
yeah. Clinton read the playbook.
that I forgot about that. I forgot that he did have a thing with Marilyn Monroe.
Oh yeah, all kinds of chicks. He was-
Yeah.
and back then the press kept that shit hush hush.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
under the rug. Well, imagine if social media would have been out in the '60s. Oh, that would have been a whole different world, baby.
It'd be like it is now.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, we have more information, and theoretically we should be smarter, but I just don't think people are taking
People-
advantage of it.
People don't want to learn.
Right.
You know, there's people out there who don't want to learn, and that's the difference. You know, if you want to get out there and you want to know about things and you want to have conversations with people and not be ignorant, you know,
Mhm.
and do dumb decisions. I mean, it comes with learning and discipline too. You know, hard work.
Mm-hmm.
All those things combined, really.
Yeah, that's why you find a lot of these people. They create these echo chambers of just same thought people, and they just
Yeah.
hang around in their little groups, and they're all like these ignorant groups together because none of them want to branch out and have discussions with people that disagree on them,
Right.
or they don't want to learn because it's hard. Learning's hard. You got to put effort into it. People don't want to put an effort into anything.
Not at all.
They want everything
Well,
given
and
to
if
them.
you're
They
going
want
through
Exactly.
circumstances, you know, and your life isn't what you would expect it to be at that moment, I mean, that alone is going to tamper you down a new level or a new, you know, dimension, really.
Yeah.
So you
sure,
may
life's
think
full of peaks
differently.
and valleys. Yeah,
Yeah.
try to get out of those valleys and get on them peaks, and
Yeah,
the more knowledge you get, the less valleys you're gonna get.
exactly.
You know, branch out, have smart conversations, talk to people that disagree with you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I'm getting to the point now where I don't even like small talk anymore. I don't want to get asked how's your day going, bud.
Yeah,
So, you know, questions like that. Like, I just want to limit my time talking unless I really need to talk. You know, whether it's music biz or, you know, just the universe itself. I don't want to spend a lot of time talking about how's your day, bud. How you doing today? You know, the same old usual small talk you deal with seeing a guy at Quick Trip.
isn't that
Facebook
weird?
used to be
Yeah.
like that, I feel like.
Yeah, isn't that weird that we
Hey,
all
what's
do
up?
that?
How's it going?
Like it's all this social agreement that we all have. That when I see you and you see me, you're gonna ask me how I'm doing. I'm gonna say fine.
Small
How
talk.
are you?
Yeah.
It's just funny that we just all do it. Everybody, we just agree to do it.
Mm-hmm.
We all hate it. We all think it's stupid.
I feel like I'm not
Not all of
talking to
us.
anyone unless it's business related at this point. Like if, you know, If you're giving me money or I'm
If
giving
you ain't
you
about money, don't talk to me.
Right.
Don't talk to me.
Right.
That's why I admire Prince so much, because Prince did not like small talk. I remember reading an interview where I think Matt Damon asked him, how's the weather in Minnesota? He was like, I don't live in Minnesota. I live in my heart, and walked away. Such a clever man. I'm going to have to start coming up with catchy stuff like that.
He was into conspiracies, too.
Yes, the chemtrails.
Mm-hmm. He was big time into chemtrails.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. I don't believe in the chemtrail one, but
Yeah.
it's a funny conspiracy.
47 is everywhere though. Like, like I've seen it in movies, in productions.
Sometimes I'll have 47 texts and I'll think of you.
I really want a tattoo of it, really. I think
Then do it.
like
Do it.
yeah.
What's
I
stopping
should.
you?
I want to.
All right.
I think
Tat it
I'm
up.
waiting for the right moment.
Okay.
It's going to not everything needs to happen right now, so it's going to happen.
Right on your throat.
Right here, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like this Nazi-looking symbol, just.
Well, no, don't make don't. What?
Wait, what? No, like the shape of it, the way that
I
capital
just thought you
Steve
were gonna put
does
just a 47. Just a 4 and a 7. Make it however you want.
Right, yeah, I could.
With like some.
Shit, I might as well change it
with
up.
some
make
leaves
it like
and
a
stuff coming
triangle.
through
Yeah.
there, or roses with a big
Some
4 7 right
raindrops.
there. I think that
I
would
think
dope.
I really want tattoos that are just so earthy, like a butterfly, flower, like almost look like a garden, like an entire body.
A
Like
big nest full of eggs and grease or something. Show your Greek heritage.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm half Greek, and my dad's full Greek. My grandparents were from Greece, and they moved here. So
I love Greek food.
Tell them your last
Greek
name.
food's great.
Tell them your last name.
Mitsopolis is.
Oh, that's
Greek.
Greek as fuck.
Yeah,
Super Greek.
Mitsopolis.
Nice. And you're
That's what they
from
call
you're
me.
from Kansas City, born and raised here.
Yeah. Oh, well, I'm from Lee Summit, so I guess if you wanna, if you have like a lot of fans, probably they'd be like Kansas City. then.
Kansas City, that's Kansas City.
Yeah.
Home of Lakewood, the Lakewood parties.
The Lakewood. I don't
Lakewood,
even know.
yep.
I didn't even go there.
Yeah,
Lakewood.
I went to a few parties back in high school at the Lakewood. That used to be.
I'm
where
a
they kicked it
Lanawana
at.
girl. Like Lanawana. My uncle lived there. He
Okay.
got the boat.
It's beautiful.
Nice.
Can't wait to get
Like
a boat.
Winnebago.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lakewood's nice. Oh.
That's where I frequented parties back in the day.
Right, I
Before I
bet.
retired at 20 years old.
You retired?
I retired
parties?
from the house party life once I turned 21 because
Oh yeah.
at the time, a lot of people were getting fake IDs like when I was 18, and I just wanted to wait till I got to 21 to actually enjoy the moment. Because a lot of my friends were burnt out from going out when they turned 21 because they were so used to having fake IDs. I was like, man, when I turned 21, I'm going P&L.
Oh man, P&L, damn.
Went to P&L and had the time of my life. It's like the moment I always been waiting for.
Wow.
All because I waited, didn't get a fake ID.
Was it worth it?
It was worth it. I try to live by the book on some things.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, we all have our own code.
Try to live by the book on some things.
All right.
I didn't have a fake ID actually.
I did. Boy, I
You
was.
did?
Oh yeah, I was going to the casino at 19.
Really?
Hell
Mhm.
yeah.
Playing Spanish 21 at the Argosy Casino.
I feel like they were easier to have back then than they are now.
It was pretty. It was pretty. I don't know. I guess there was like one little. It had to have like a special hologram or something in it, and that's basically all I had to have. So yeah, I knew somebody that knew somebody.
Right.
I think it was $100, and it was legit. I mean, it was legit. I took it to the casino.
Yeah.
I took
That's
it
crazy.
everywhere.
That's cool though.
Yeah.
I feel like I was partying a lot once I turned 21, I think.
Same.
Yeah,
I
same.
went through my phase. Now, the
Oh,
20,
man.
2 years from 30, I'm on a slow down. I go to the same bar over and over and know the same people. That's the
I
only
started
place I
smoking
go.
weed at
That's what
like
you do?
14.
Yeah.
14, I was smoking.
Dang.
And I didn't like
That's too
smoke
young.
regularly. I remember because we would smoke out of like notebook paper. The first time I ever smoked was like
We all been there.
That works.
it was like notebook paper, and I tried to roll it in the car. Like
That don't work.
it didn't work. Yeah, it didn't. I think I got high like
You're
the
supposed to
first
use
time.
a Bible paper, right?
You don't get high the first few times.
Yeah, Bible paper.
Yeah,
That's what I heard.
that
Bible
works,
paper.
yeah.
Everybody heard that. Has anybody actually tried that?
haven't.
People are too scared.
Yeah, I'm scared.
Everybody's too afraid to use Bible
ain't messing
paper,
with
but
that.
they got blank
I ain't fucking with
paper.
that.
You can take the blank paper, and you don't have to pick actual scripture out there.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
But who knows? Maybe that's
They
that's how you
got-
really
Yeah.
see Jesus.
Yeah,
If you
exactly.
get the right scripture, roll it up with the right weed.
I don't want to
I
defy
promise
that.
you're seeing Jesus.
Yeah, I don't want to defy that. I'll leave that alone. I'll just go get me some backwoods or something. Have
Okay.
my-
Backwood.
Hit my
all
brother
the
up, get a
way.
backwood real quick.
Yes. Backwood.
When I get in the mood.
But that was the thing in high school too. Like, oh yeah, you're supposed to use Bible. That's such a rumor. I wonder if anybody's actually used Bible paper to smoke a joint out of.
I know somebody who did, and I mean, I was around them when they did it, so
It worked.
yeah, it worked.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean it didn't look like I could have rolled it like any way to make it work, but
Okay.
yeah, somebody did it around me.
I'm weak.
Yeah, I don't know. Like if it's did Jesus make weed? Like did God make weed?
Like Smokey said, weed is from the earth.
Weed is from the
God
earth.
put
It's
this
a
here
plant.
for me
I
and
mean,
you. Take advantage.
I mean,
Y'all
a sin
remember
is
that
a
from
sin,
Friday?
right? I don't know.
Yeah. I'm not gonna argue it.
No, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. All right, what you guys have a video coming out?
Yes, sir.
The two of you. So it's
Starring D-Lo the Doctor and Raindance.
well, are you
Yeah.
singing or rapping in it, or is it just?
I'm rapping. She's singing.
Oh shit!
I'm
Oh,
singing.
It's off our new EP 92 Juice that just came out last week.
It just came out.
Yes, sir.
The video.
The video we're shooting that next Saturday.
When's that gonna come out?
Well, the guy who's shooting it, shout out to TJ Ward.
TJ?
He's got good turnaround time, so it should be out within 2 days of shooting it.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Ready to go on YouTube and all that. This is a big investment for me. I'm trying to see how far I can push this single because all the feedback I've gotten from it, everybody's like, man, this can be on the radio. This could be a big hit. So I'm gonna see how far I could get with it. You know, at least give it a try.
We kind of went with that old school like R&B
90s,
you
yeah.
know, like
90s.
girl and guy singing, you know,
Yeah.
rapping kind of
Cause
vibe.
you know, because that's something that I always wanted for a long time. You know, like when Ja Rule and J Lo were doing music
Oh,
together,
yeah.
and Ja Rule
Yeah.
and Ashanti, like it was a male rapper and a female rapper. I
Yeah.
want to bring that vibe back because you know I want to go far
Nice.
left when everybody's going far right. Like everybody's all for self nowadays. Everybody just wants to be a solo artist. I want to do collaborative efforts.
That's
So,
how I am. I just want to branch out as much as possible. So if, you know, there's anyone out there that wants, you know, who likes, you know, what I am, what my vibe and, you know, what I sing, then let's make something out of it. Let's see what we can do. Experiment, you know, experience and gain knowledge from it and then just keep going.
How
you
can
know?
we hear the song?
Oh, we can hear
it's
it.
on all streaming platforms.
Yeah,
It is
so,
good.
Yeah, so Spotify, Apple.
Yeah,
Um,
anything of your choice,
Google
any
Play.
outlet you use, it's all on there now.
What's it
Mhm.
called?
92 Juice.
92 Juice, yeah.
And who's the artist we look for?
D-Lo the Doctor and Raindance.
Yep.
Okay.
It's got both of our names on it. Mm-hmm.
All right.
And see, that was something that I thought was important to me because I'll look at a lot of these covers that I produce for artists and my name won't be mentioned anywhere. And it's just like, man, like that's one thing about C-Dub and Alan Wayne. They've always made sure I got the credit for my work. And I want to do that as far as with everybody that I work with on this project. Put Raindance's name on there. Put the Heist who co-produced Sex Me's name on there. Because giving credit and doing all the registry on BMI, you know, that's what I use for registering my music. I think that's very important. Just give everybody the credit.
What is it?
ASCAP.
ASCAP.
Yeah.
Did you make one?
Not yet. I'm waiting till the right time. But yeah, lifetime supply. I'm about it.
Okay. That's cool.
Yes, sir.
I want to look for it. I can't wait for the video.
Yes, sir. And
The video's gonna be lit.
oh,
We
yeah.
got a good
What's this song about?
visual.
Sex Me. Now it's a long story about how the whole process was made.
Oh wait, the video's different than the song, the song that's out right now.
No, it pretty much fits the same vibe as the song, you know, because what it's about is just, you know, me bragging about, you know, the women and how much I appreciate the women and how I want to sex the women.
Mm-hmm.
And so
It's a
the
love
video's
song,
gonna,
like-
pretty much a
it's
love song.
upbeat.
The
It should be
video's
on the
gonna show
radio,
that,
for
you
real.
know.
Okay.
It's gonna show
Yeah.
that, like women being at the pool party, just
Yeah.
summer vibes.
It's gonna be good. Well, we got models and I got a bike that I think I'm gonna bring. my boss has a bike, and so thought it'd be cool to put it in the video.
What, a motorcycle?
Yeah, like street bike actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
At a pool. So that's what this. What is
That's the look we're going for. Yeah.
Okay. You're gonna have models there.
Models. Yep.
Do you need like a guy that's a podcaster hanging out watching?
I mean,
yeah. We could use somebody on the
use
grill.
Content. I mean,
On the grill?
Yeah, we could use somebody on the grill.
I can grill. I can grill. I'm a badass cook. I'll grill up some meat.
Yeah, because, I mean, honestly, when I first did the beat with the Heist who co-produced it, because I played the melodies and everything, and he added drums, because that's usually what I do on collabs. The whole concept of the song was just about to be braggadocious. Like, yeah, I got these gold encrusted diamond glasses. I got these nice clothes, you know. But then I was just like, nah, it's got to have more substance than that. It's got to be something different than what everybody's doing, because everybody raps about the same old stuff.
Everybody's got to get inspired by something, you know. So I think collabs are the best because you can meet somebody, talk with them, understand, and then learn from it, and then be like, okay, let's make this.
I love collabs. I love when artists collaborate together.
Yeah,
I love it.
This woman has good ideas.
Well, you know, and I notice a lot of Kansas City artists do a lot on their own. You know, I've noticed that.
Yeah, what do you guys think of the Kansas City rap scene, music scene in general?
No unification. That's always been the biggest thing that's been holding the whole scene back. Like, I see a lot of these interviews, and then, you know, you'll name a rapper that might be well known, and then the guy who you're interviewing be like, who is that? You know, that's why I try to tune in with everybody, you know, no matter what kind of genre of music you're doing. Like,
well, it's hard to know everybody. There's a ton.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I mean, like, I try to keep my ear to the ground and know most of, like, the rappers that are making waves.
Yeah.
And there's still some people like, oh, do you know this guy? I'm like, nah, I don't. Shit. And then I feel like an idiot, like I don't know.
Yeah. But see, that's when I start to do my research. Like, if I don't know him, I'll go back and listen to him and see what I think about him, you know. And I think that's something that everybody needs to be tapping into instead of just brushing it off like, oh, well, I don't know him. You know, you could go back and do some research on him, see if, you know, you could vibe with it at least.
I really think that, like, people need to understand that, like, you know, I feel like there's so many rappers, but, like, if we were a team, you know, in a community that love, you know, this hip-hop culture, I feel like we need to be putting on certain people, and we should try and all build that, because then it brings a more mass, you know, amount of people. Because if everybody is trying to be it, and then you got all your followings, but it's not all the same people, then what do we, you know, it's all scattered. But, like, if we were to pick a couple artists, I feel like that we can put on, then it'd be a mass amount of people that would be seeing this person. Right. Therefore, then it's like we have more exposure. So then we can actually go in and all do it our own way. But we have that audience there and ready.
Place your bets on Low Rain. That's who everybody need to put some attention into. I mean, we got the image, we got the dress down. I mean, we just out here doing the damn thing.
Yeah.
You know, and that's one thing that I felt was important, you know, as far as coming out as a rapper too, having an image, you know, because, like, I like to wear outfits that's, like, real flashy, something that's going to get somebody's attention. That's why I love when I get on Facebook and I'll put on, like, a crazy outfit and everybody's running their mouth. I love it. Because that's getting people talking, whether it's negative or positive. I just love to get the people talking.
Yeah,
I appreciate it. Yeah, that's why I bring out.
I always wonder, I was like, is this guy serious with this?
He's got a big personality.
I'm always like, is he joking around, or is this what this really wears? Like,
right? Like, did he really wear this?
Yeah, that's 100%.
But if he's really wearing it, I love it. Like, I love it either way. Like, you're doing you.
I was straight up tell him, like, I was like, you know what? That outfit is not going with me.
You love it. You love it. Come on now. You love it. Like this leather right now, everybody, you know, they might put a laughing emoji on it, but hey, I'm true to myself, and this is what I like, you know, and that's what I think is important.
It's art, you know, like that's us.
Yeah, you know, like, I can't be boring in this life. Can't be bland.
Big personality. Like, I feel like I have a huge personality and all kinds of different, like, just passion and stuff. And that.
In a world full of saltine crackers, I'm gonna be a Ritz cracker.
Do it. I love
cheddar
it.
Cheese.
Yeah, with some cheddar cheese on it.
Cheddar cheese.
Cheddar cheese on it.
I'd like to see you hang out with Unique and Influence. They got a Yeah.
yeah,
I think you guys would hang out and look good together.
Yeah, because, that's the kind of artist that I like, like Jantho Cho. Has he ever been on your show?
Nope.
Yeah, that's the dog. Yeah, man. See, like, I like his whole psychedelic style. Like, you got to have some kind of edge for me to be interested in you as an artist. Like, C-Dub, the whole work ethic thing is why I liked working with him. Not because, he does anything outside the box crazy like me, but just the fact that his work ethic has always been there. It's got to be something about you that really curbs my interest as a producer.
Okay. How many other people, you named a couple people who you do stuff for, like who else around? Do you have other local artists we might know that you?
Yeah, Benz Gotti.
Okay.
Benz Gotti is another guy I've been working with.
I just followed him. I just looked at his profile.
Yeah, Benz.
I liked his track on Alan Wayne's The Demonstration 2. He's got a track on there I like.
Yeah, Benz Gotti was actually referred over to me by C-Dub. When was it? About 2 years ago. We've been working extensively during that. And that guy, he has the same work ethic as C-Dub. He'll be in the studio all day and come out with one EP in a day. So his work ethic and the fact that he supports me and he uplifts me, he puts me on a pedestal as a producer. That's what really got us clicking. Like he's every time he see me like, D-Lo, you the hardest nigga on earth, and he means it. He emphasizes on it. So Benz Gotti is one of them, and then my Cali artist, she's not local, but Alma Rose, that's another one in the top 5. She's doing big things.
Okay.
Doing big things. Shout out to Alma Rose.
Shout out to Alma Rose.
Yeah, and if you want to check out her music, she's got a lot of good stuff on YouTube. She's shot videos to all my production. She's really getting my name out there in Cali. So
yeah,
if I get out there to Cali, I'll have a lot of opportunities coming my way due to my connections out there.
Oh, well, bring me with you. I've been wanting to go to Cali for so long.
We've been talking, and she told me like the cost of living is going up there. She was like, "Shit, I'd move to KC if I could."
Right.
I'm like, hell, it's cheap here.
Right.
Get on down here.
Hell yeah. It's just too hot here.
Yeah. Oh my God. Thank God my leather is cool resistant.
Yeah, you got leather pants too? Is it just?
Oh yeah, got the whole leather on. I should have brought the cowboy boots, but I figured that'd be a little too much for the day, so I just left the cowboy boots at home. Got the cowboy hat though.
Well, I mean, you fit in out there in Green Valley.
Yeah. Exactly. You got to be a product of your environment, I guess. Yeah, because that's another thing. Like when I've linked up with the rappers that I linked up with, Feezy Cash, shout out Feezy Cash. He pulled up on me back like 6 years ago. This is when we first linked up. And he was just surprised that I lived in Green Valley. Like, bro, you make all these street-based beats, but you living in Green Valley. Like, how the hell did that come along? And I'm just like, man, I'm a musical guy. Like, I can do anything,
It took me by surprise, too. It was like, Green Valley. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, me and my brother, we've been living out there. Our mom moved us out there from Blue Springs about 13 years ago. Just another one of those stories trying to get out of the city and
that's a building.
Have a better lifestyle.
Green Valley is like a building type community right now. It's in the
strong.
process of building.
Growing strong.
Yeah.
I didn't like going to high school out there, but it's cool living out there, I guess.
I didn't like going to high school anywhere.
Yeah.
I went to 3 different high schools. I guess the second. I didn't like. Who likes school? But that high school was the best of all of them, I guess. It was in Louisiana, and they had great food. Yeah, that's why I started. That's when I got into No Limit. Mystical.
He's one of my favorites. I know him and C Murder.
Yep.
Free C Murder.
Silk the Shaka.
Oh man, I love Silk the Shaka too. Even though he was off beat, he just had his own lane, his own style, and I like that about him.
Yeah. Mystical was always my favorite.
Oh man,
I just heard. We were talking about Young Boss earlier. He's got his new album just dropped yesterday, and there's a song on there that is got a mystical beat to it. Dun dun dun.
Oh yeah.
Dun dun dun.
Yes.
Yeah, I was like, that is mystical. Yeah, there I go.
Yeah,
there I go.
Yes.
Yeah,
they're getting ready to come out with the No Limit Chronicles on BET soon, so I'm gonna definitely be checking that out.
Nice.
Yeah.
You guys listen to so many. I feel like I'm learning about these at this moment.
These are the old school '90s.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's probably no reason to get into them now.
Start listening. I didn't start listening to rap until like maybe 2 years ago.
Oh shit.
Yeah, like I mean, I knew a few rappers, you know.
I'm
over
sure everybody
time,
does.
you
Yeah.
know, but
my mom knows.
yeah,
some.
everybody kind of knows a few,
Yeah.
but I didn't really start heavily getting into it until a couple years ago, and it mainly has been local for me. So,
Who do you like locally?
I like
MB58.
She don't know him.
You know, Underworld. Have you done a podcast with Underworld before?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they I like their movement. Goldchild's in there, T Trilly, and who else is in there?
Fuego's in
Fuego
there.
and
Oh, he's been on.
yeah. So
What-
those are I like them.
It was a different
We're
Fuego.
friends,
It had to
homies.
be a different one. 'Cause I
Okay.
know it's another Fuego out there.
Probably different.
This is
one.
Gene Fuego we talking
Gene
about.
Oh, this
Fuego,
is
yeah.
different.
Yeah.
What else? Dom Chronicles and Exotic Neurotic. I like that album that she came out
Yeah, the
with.
Dom Chronicles, he's good. He's
Yeah.
good.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? Kai Colors. Does anyone know?
He's
that?
been
Yeah.
blowing
I
up
like his
lately.
music.
Bam Keith.
I don't really know him, but I like his music.
Yeah.
Who else?
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's a
Yeah.
plethora right there.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They're all blooming, so it's just kind of new. And
Right.
I'm big on Twitter. I like Twitter. That's my favorite social media account to use because I'm like writing in it basically, and
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It's good
so-
for writers.
yeah, and it's good information. Like you get information quicker. Like
Informative.
Facebook, you hear it like
Ugh.
3 weeks later. Like people are laughing about.
That's
stuff
all a
you were laughing
dumpster
on Twitter.
fire.
Yeah.
All of it. I just
No.
like Instagram. I just want to see pretty pictures.
Yeah, yeah. Instagram's becoming my big favorite now too because I can upload pictures and get a lot of good feedback from the fans. Get a lot of fans that way.
Yeah.
Because I don't have followers. I got fans. Like anybody that's following me knows me from my production work. So
That's
Oh, yeah.
cool.
yeah, like Facebook is all like local people I know from
SoundCloud
high
is
school
so
and all
cool
that.
for that because SoundCloud, like, you can get a premium account and you can see who like looks at your music.
Yeah,
and
SoundCloud Go.
Oh.
it's like all over the globe, like Egypt, Switzerland, like people just all over.
Worldwide, baby,
and
worldwide.
it's cool. Yeah, I find it interesting because I'm like, how do they listen to my music? How do they even find me?
Spotify, right?
Well, this
Yeah,
SoundCloud.
We all over
Oh,
the place now.
SoundCloud.
Yeah,
Okay.
SoundCloud. I mean, SoundCloud has a premium account where you can kind of see who listens to your music.
Okay.
and-
I don't
or
know.
what states.
Yeah, I
and
don't know much
you
about
know.
SoundCloud. I never really got into SoundCloud.
Yeah, I used to sell a lot of beats on SoundCloud. That's where I got the beats going like a
I'm
couple
about to
years
start
ago.
doing
I know it's
that.
big. I know a lot of
Beat packs.
underground musicians
I just
started.
I just
yeah,
started
music
doing
started
that,
out there.
like making beats on Fruity Loop. He let me borrow his Fruity Loops, so I've been making a few beats. I think I'm gonna come out with like a beat tape or something, just so you can.
How hard
hear
is
it.
it to learn to put beats? Like if I wanted to do, like I was saying earlier, I want to take a song like a 311 song and mix it with Method Man.
Oh, as far as like the sampling process or
Yeah.
just from scratch?
Sampling.
Oh, sampling, it's not really that hard because how I got involved in it, like it was trial and error and also a lot of YouTube tutorials. So once I got some that like thoroughly explained the whole process of how to do it in FL Studio, it was real easy from there because it's a particular tool you got to click on and you got to like highlight which part of the sample you want to loop, and then you just click on the highlight and loop it together and then drag it on the playlist and add the drums.
All on
It's
a
a real
computer?
simple process, yeah.
So it's a program?
Yeah, FL Studio.
Okay. How much is it?
I mean, yeah, like
much?
it cost me about $200 for the producer edition, but you can get the demo version. The only thing with the demo version, you can't save the project.
Well, $200 ain't. Like if I want to just start
Yeah,
getting into like a hobby of putting beats together or whatever samples together,
yeah,
it's $200.
$200.
Okay. And then
That's
a bunch of hours of learning.
Yeah, a bunch of hours of learning. It'll be a lot of trial and error, and it'll be a lot
Lots
of
of YouTube videos.
tutorials. That's why I always tell people, they're like, man, teach me how to make beats, dog. It's just like, I didn't have nobody teach me. I just did it by the book. I got the FL Studio Bible. I got the tutorial videos and trial and error,
Do you do any like whatever
keys.
whatever instruments do you?
I
what are
record
those things
everything.
called?
Yeah, it depends.
Like,
Like,
what a DJ, I don't know.
yeah, because the good thing about FL Studio, they got a good interface where it's very comprehensive. So I'll plug in a MIDI keyboard and
MIDI keyboard. That's,
yeah,
that's what I was thinking.
mess with this plugin I got called Omnisphere, which features like 5,000
Yeah.
different sounds. Once you got Omnisphere, you don't need nothing else because they got everything in there. So that's what I mainly use, and I'll use a MIDI keyboard, and sometimes it's so easy you could just click in notes by using.
That's what I don't do.
Yeah.
It's like click in the notes. I
On
feel
your
like
mouse.
I have to play it, you know, like something.
What do you mean, like G, D, C?
Yeah, because
Yeah, you can
they
just
they
just
have this thing
drag 'em
called
in.
the piano roll, where you can use your mouse and click on whatever notes you want on the piano and do it that way.
Mine's hooked up to a piano, so yeah, that's how I do it.
Yeah, I do a little bit of both. It just depends on how I'm feeling that day.
Well, if I catch the corona and I got to quarantine myself for a couple weeks, I might drop $200 and become Kansas City's next best producer.
Do it.
Hell
Embody
yeah.
it.
Guys, this was great, man. Thank you guys for coming on the show.
Oh, for sure.
Thank you.
Say how we can find your guys' stuff and like where to look for it in the future.
92 Juice is on all streaming platforms, and pretty much every project we're going to be doing for future endeavors will be on every streaming platform. So whatever you prefer, Spotify, YouTube Music, it's so many out there now, like it'll be on everything.
That's awesome.
92 Juice.
92 Juice.
Low Rain.
Low Rain and D-Lo, that motherfucking doctor.
The hardest nigga on earth.
That's right.
I call Raindance the doctor.
I like that.
It's like D-Lo the doctor, because it's like D-Lo the doctor.
I don't know. You like that? I think she has to go get her PhD
Where
first.
does she come up with these
That's
things?
What I'm saying.
She's
You just can't.
always coming up with these great ideas.
All right, guys. This was real.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
sir.
fun. It's been real. It's been fun.
Thanks for
It's been
having
real
us.
Fun.
Thanks for being here.
Anytime.
It's the Neander Talk Podcast, everybody. We're out. Bye.